Hello everyone. In this video, I'm going to show you a very simple concept of how to find the LCD, or the least or the lowest common denominator. Now this is pretty basic stuff, but this is going to go over this kind of as a bit of a review because this is kind of an easy step and something that you need to do pretty commonly in number theory. So we're just going to go over the steps really quick on how to find the lowest common denominator. Now there's multiple ways to do this. I'm going to show you what mine is, but just know that there's other ways to do this as well. Very simple. You're going to need to use this for a lot of different things, and for most of you, hopefully this is going to be a review. So let's just say we're trying to add fractions together. We're trying to add 3/7 over 4/9, or 3 over 7 plus 4 over 9. Now, to do that, we need to get a lowest common denominator. So what I do is I look at each denominator. I have 7 and I have 9. So here on the upper right hand side, I have all of my, what I do is I take 7 and I just get multiples of it. 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, and so on. Now below that, I got the same thing I do with 9. I take 9 9 times 2, 9 times 3, 9 times 4, all the way up to whatever. So this is kind of a backwards way to do it a little bit, but it's kind of easy to remember. And like I said, there's other methods of doing this. So what I can do here is I just look at each one of these number sets and I look at the lowest common number. So I'll just kind of go through this visually. And I look at it, I'm like, whoa, look at this, 63. 63 is the first number both of them have in common. So, so 7 goes into 63, and 9 also goes into 63. So in this case, 63 would be my lowest common denominator. So I can use my lowest common denominator now to perform arithmetic or some sort of other mathematical operation on these two fractions. So I'm just going to circle 23 here and 23 here. Good. So now what I can do is, now that I found my LCD, I can just plug it in and do whatever I need to do for my equation. In this case, I'm just adding these two fractions. So effectively, I found my LCD, but let's just continue. Let's just use that LCD to add these two fractions together. So what I need to do is I just take 7 and I need to look at how many times do I need to multiply 7 to get to 63. So I just count them up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just go all the way through. So I just look at this. I look to see how many 7s do I need to make a 63. I know I'm talking like we're in 3rd grade, but it works for me. So basically what I would have to do is, to get 63, it would be 7 times 9, right? So I do the same thing with my denominator for 9, but let's just kind of like put an arrow down here and say, all right, so basically 7 times 9 will equal to 63. So I'm just going to put in my fraction and I'll put in 63 for my denominator. Good. Now I'm almost done here, but now for my numerator to actually for my bottom fraction, I need to take my numerator and multiply it by 9 as well. So 3/7 is the equivalent, after I resolve it, as 27 over 63. Good. All right. So anyway, so that's how 3/7 becomes 27 over 63. And all I need to do now is do the same for my 4/9. So how many 9s does it take for me to get to 63? It takes 7 9s, right? 9 times 7. So 9 times 7 is 63. So I go down here and I need to put 63 as my denominator. And then now I need to alter this 4. So if I'm multiplying my denominator by 7, I need to multiply my numerator by 7. 7 times 4 equals what? Wait for it. Equals 28. So now I have my equation where I'm basically now multiplying 27 over 63 over 28 over 63. And that's as far as I really want to take this. I'm just trying to show you how you can get your LCD for any sort of arithmetic that was going to require you to have the correct or the exact same denominator as part in an arithmetic action. And like I mentioned before, there's other ways to do this. You might look at this and say, well, this is kind of a really manual way to do it, and it is. But it's also a simple way to illustrate, and it's a way that I do it. Can't go wrong. Thank you for listening. Have a great day.